If you're thinking about buying on the main line, Wayne is probably already on your list. But here's what most people don't know before they start looking there. The price range is wider than you think. The neighborhoods feel very different from each other, and what you get for your money can change a lot of depending on which street you land on. Before we get into it, I'm Mila and I specialize helping buyers and sellers in the Philadelphia suburbs, including the main line. If you are seriously considering buying or selling in the main line, I would love to put together a personalized game plan. There is a cell phone number on the screen. Call or text me. Today, I'm going to show you why Wayne keeps coming up as one of the most talked about towns on the main line, what it costs to live there, what life actually feels like, and whether it may be the right fit for you. So let's start with where Wayne actually sits. Wayne is in Radnor Township, Delaware County, right along the main line corridor. When people talk about the main line, they are talking about a stretch of communities that follow the old Pennsylvania Railroad line west out of Philadelphia. Wayne is roughly 12 miles from Center City, Philadelphia. That sounds like a suburb, and it is, but it is a suburb with real walkability and proper downtown core. That separates it from a lot of other towns in the area. Getting around from Wayne is relatively straightforward. The SEPTA-Paoli-Thorndale Regional Rail Line stops right in the middle of town. From Wayne Station, you can typically go to Jefferson Station of Central City in around 30 minutes, depending on the schedule. If you drive, you have Route 30, Lancaster Avenue, running through the middle of town. You also have access to I-476, the Blue Road, which connects you north toward King of Prussia and south toward I-95. That's one reason Wayne works for both commuters and remote professionals who still want to easy access to city life. The downtown itself centered around Wayne Avenue, and the surrounding streets has restaurants, coffee shops, independent retail, and farmers market that runs seasonally. It is not a tourist destination. It is a town that local people actually use on a daily basis. And that tends to matter a lot of buyers who are moving from walkable urban areas. Now let's talk about the housing market, because this is actually where people's expectations need to be adjusted. Wayne has a wide price range. That is both its strength and something that can catch buyers off guard. At the low end of the market, generally under $600,000, you may find older Cape Cods, smaller colonials, and townhome style properties. This tends to need updating, but can offer good value relative to other mainline towns. In the $700 to $1.2 million range, you start to see more of the classic Wayne housing stock: stone colonials, Tudors, center halls, often on quarter-acre to half-acre lots. Many of these homes were built between 1920s and 1960s and have been updated over time. Above $1.2 million, you move into larger lot, more custom homes, and properties that often sit on Wayne quieter interior streets, further from but offering more space and privacy. One thing buyers often notice, Wayne tends to move faster than they expect. Days on the market in competitive price band can be relatively low, meaning if you find something that works, it may not wait for a second look. Working with someone who knows the local inventory and can move quickly tends to matter here. If you want that kind of support, my number is on the screen. Beyond the real estate, the lifestyle in Wayne has a distinct character. It is quieter than Ardmore or Narberth. It is more suburban in feel than Bryn Mawr, but it still has enough going on that people who move there from urban areas tend to feel like they landed somewhere with a real sense of place. The dining options in Wayne have grown noticeably in recent years. There are casual spots, sit-down restaurants, and coffee shops that attract a regular weekday crowd, not just weekend food traffic. The Wayne Art Center has been part of the community for decades and offers classes, exhibitions, and events throughout the year. Radnor Trail runs through the areas and offers the paved multi-path that connects Wayne to surrounding communities. It is a practical outdoor resource, good for running, cycling, and walking, and tends to get used year-round. One thing people often mention after moving to Wayne, it is a town where neighbors tend to know each other. That is not something you can put a price on, but it is consistently comes up. For outdoor space, more broadly, Radnor Township maintains several parks and open spaces areas. The region also sits close to the Valley Forge National Historical Park, which offers significant natural open space for walking and recreation. On the topic of schools, Wayne is served by Radnor Township School District. For high school, most students attend Radnor High School, located right in Wayne. It is one of the most recognized public high schools on the main line. Middle school students typically attend Radnor Middle School, also conveniently located nearby. Because school boundaries can change, I always recommend verify directly with the district before making a purchase decision. Few practical notice if you are planning a move to Wayne. Property taxes in Radnor Township are worth factoring in carefully. Delaware County Township and School District taxes are separate line items. Your real estate professional can help you understand the full tax picture on any specific property before you make any offer. Parking in downtown Wayne can be tight during peak hours. Most residents who live close to the downtown walk or bike for daily errands, which is part of the appeal. If walkability matters to you, the blocks within half a mile of Wayne Station tend to offer the most of it. HOA situation in Wayne vary by development. Some newer construction and townhome communities do have HOA structures. Older single-family stocks typically does not. Confirm before you make any assumptions. If you are seriously thinking about Wayne or anywhere else on the main line, the next step is conversation. Every buyer situation is different. Budget, timeline, lifestyle, needs, commute requirements, all of it shapes which streets and which price bands actually make sense for you. I work with buyers and sellers across Haverford, Wayne, and the entire main line. I know what is moving, what is sitting, and what it worth a second look. My number is on the screen. Call or text me, and we can put together a personalized game plan. No pressure, just honest advice and local expertise. And if you want to learn more about the main line, before you decide, I have videos on Haverford, Narberth, and Kingwood right here on this channel. Hit subscribe so you don't miss what is coming next.